Aggravation of human ego is the main cause of all the sinful tendencies. This is a word written by one Acharya Satyananda Shastri when he writes the translation of Agamarshana mantra in the Brahma Yajna. Aggravation of the human ego is the main cause of all the sinful tendencies. Man forgets that in this limitless creation of Almighty, he himself is a very tiny creature. Every day morning when we start our day, we must start our day with Agamarshana mantras in the Brahma Yajna. Even though you do not know, suppose you do not know to do Brahma Yajna, it's okay. But start your day by chanting Agamarshana mantras. Agamarshana mantras are the mantras of universe creation which speaks about the greatness of Paramatma. Even if you do not know the Agamarshana mantras, it's still okay. You can at least remember the process of universe creation and how this magnanimous, magnificent universe is created by Paramatma and who we are in front of that Paramatma. We are nothing. We are nothing. The moment we understand we are nothing, we will not have a high ego and we will never commit a crime that is committed by this shameless person, Ranveer Alabadia. We as Jivatma, see, Paramatma knows the capability and capacity of Jivatma, but Paramatma does not know what Jivatma will do the next moment, right? This is the law of Vedas. Paramatma will not know what I will do tomorrow, what I will do in the afternoon. Even I do not know, Paramatma also do not know. But Paramatma knows what is my capability, what is my limit, how shameful a Jivatma can behave. All these things Paramatma knows. How good a Jivatma can become and how bad it can become, everything, the limit of extremes, Paramatma knows. And one such limit of extreme is rarely seen phenomena of this, the comment passed by Ranveer, which led to which is leading to the pollution of our minds. If you have not seen the news of Ranveer Alabadia, please do not see it. Please do not see it. It's not needed at all. It's just to understand that how cheap a human being can become to such an extent. See, mansa vacha karmanaha. You don't need to commit a crime by karma. Mansa vacha karmanaha. Paramatma says, man se, vachan se aur karam se paap. The highest paap is not karam se. The highest paap is man se. The highest paap. When you think in your mind, you are not committing a crime, but you are thinking to commit a crime is a very high sin. Because in the mind you can think the unthinkable. And when you think the unthinkable, sometimes you will utter the unthinkable also. Whatever you are thinking, that is the word uttered by this guy. So what we must do to avoid committing such crimes, or not even any smallest crime, God will not forgive us. Even the smallest of the smallest sins, God will not forgive us. So I was looking into the news yesterday. Unfortunately, I saw the news, but then I was in deep thinking from yesterday evening that what crime a Jivatma can commit. And we are all Jivatmas. We are all capable to commit such crimes. We are all capable. But we should not become, capable is a good word actually. Anybody can commit such crimes. So what we must do is Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Pray to Paramatma to give us good buddhi, good sanskars. When we practice, when we do mansa vacha karmana, the thinking in our mind, like one person was asking me, if somebody does not have two hands, how he can put ahutis in the burning fire? Does not have two hands, he is born handicapped, how he can do tapasya? Tapasya is the matter of mind. It is not a matter of body. It's a matter of mind. That's why the ultimate definition is yoga chitta vritti. Chitta vritti nirodha. Chit is mind. The vritti is in the mind. The stoppage of the chitta vritti is yoga, is samadhi. So tapasya is a matter of mind. Tapasya is really not the matter of body. Yes, body is a sadhan, we must utilize the body, but somebody does not have legs, somebody does not have hands, how they can pray Paramatma? They have the mind. We must put our mind to Shubh Karma. Otherwise, anyways we will do one or other crime in our life. We will continue to commit crimes in our life. Knowingly, unknowingly, people might not know how big a criminal am I. People might not know. I may behave very good in front of YouTube video, right? You are seeing my video, you may think that I am a big tapasvi. He knows so many things. He is reading Vedas, Shastras, Darshanas, Upanishads, etc. He might be a big tapasvi. People might think that, but Paramatma knows the reality, right? I was the moment I saw the news of this Ranbir, I went to his channel and saw the latest video, and all the comments of the people. You also go and see the latest video, the comments of the people. And in one comment, one guy has mentioned, "Thank you God for exposing him. Thank you God for letting us know who he is." So God has exposed. That guy has commented. Of course, we do not know who is Paramatma. We thank Almighty God even by misunderstanding Paramatma. It's not the act of Paramatma. Paramatma did not expose him. It is Jivatma itself does the karma. Paramatma did never force anybody to do karma. It's his own karma he did. And the result of that karma will be awarded might not be awarded properly by the law. Because I see some of the news that people are saying that we cannot punish. Okay, he has done a very shameful act, but we cannot punish under the law of our country or something. We cannot jail him or hang him, etc. They were talking. I do not know about the law, but I know about the Paramatma law. If the law of the country, if the Prime Minister, President cannot punish, or the Supreme Court, High Court cannot punish a person, anyway Paramatma will punish. Nobody can escape Paramatma. We do not have Indri Sayam. When you have money, 2 crore rupees, he has cash, and he is having that much guts due to high ego. He is having guts to say to the open forum that I give you 2 crore rupees, can you do this? So see the amount of ego. So when you get money, probably you might also end up in that kind of ego situation. So that is why getting money is not the issue. You can become the world's biggest, world's richest person also. But when you do Agamarsanam every day, Agamarsanam means paap se darna hai. Paramatma se we must every day tell to Paramatma, I am a sinner. I will try to correct myself, Paramatma. I will not go into ego situation. Because when you have ego, you will misuse the money. When you have ego, you will misuse the property. When you have ego, you will misuse your name and fame, right? So, aggravation of human ego to our Vedic dharma gives us the way. Paramatma says that I know that you are a sin, you are Jivatma, you can do sins, you are not tapasvi. So, Paramatma himself has made Veda mantras and given to us. Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani. Every day I chant this mantra for the last 20 years. But still I am doing so many sins in my daily life. So that means, number one, I do not trust Paramatma fully. Number two, I do formality with Paramatma, right? So every one of us who is doing formality with Paramatma can become like Ranveer. Maybe not to that extent, but in some way or other we commit crimes. Of course, I am not comparing that every one of us will do such a crime. No, I think 99% will not do such a crime, but we all do sins in our life, knowingly, unknowingly. Knowingly we do so many sins, unknowingly leave it. Unknowingly a person, dharmic person, a good person, nice person, unknowingly he goes to temple every day. He does not know that going to temple is a sin. He is unknowingly doing that sin. But people commit so many sins knowingly also, right? Vedic follower knows that he must not indulge in sensuality. He indulges in sensuality. A Vedic follower knows that he must not, consume tobacco and alcohol. Still he does it because of the Indriya attraction. So these are knowingly committing sins and also unknowingly committing sins. In both the ways, Paramatma will not spare us. So we must never do any sins in our life is the objective of the Veda Vidya. Paramatma has given the knowledge of the Vedas only for this objective, that become the purest. When you become the purest, you will realize Paramatma, because Paramatma is the purest and he is inside us. When we become the purest of the purest, we will reach Paramatma. And the whole aim of Veda Vidya is to, is to become pure, is to inspire Jivatmas to become pure. If we do not adopt Veda Vidya, if we adopt any other Vidya, they are not called as Vidya, but if we adopt any other path, we will be always impure. We will always do sins. Mansa vacha karmana. In the mind we will do sins. In the vachan, vani, we will do this kind of sins. And by karma also people do rapes and murders and stealing others' property, stealing others' ideas. 420 का काम करते हैं. So all these things are possible, right? So we must remember Paramatma, try to remember Paramatma as much as possible in our life. When you remember Paramatma and his qualities, and when you remember Veda mantras, and when you remember the sutras of the rishis, sutras of the Vidwans, for example, this is a big sutra for me. Aggravation of human ego is the main cause of all sinful tendencies. When you remember this sentence every day, you will relate, okay, I have done that sin, it is related to my aggravation of my ego. So how do I settle down my ego? How do I completely destroy my ego? By surrendering yourself to Paramatma. And who is that Paramatma? The Paramatma of Vedas. There is only one Paramatma. So that is why the Swadhyaya is very, very important. And mere Swadhyaya is useless, I will tell you. Because Manu Bhagavan has clearly told, I made one video some time back, Manu Bhagavan has given a big warning. Niyam without yam will spoil you. People do niyam, people do tapaha, swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhan. People do Ishwar Pranidhan, but they don't follow ahimsa, they don't follow satya, they don't follow brahmacharya, they don't follow the yam, 5 yams. So following niyams without yam, we will commit crimes. Even though we do swadhyaya, we will commit crimes. So we must take a sankalp to follow yam and then do the swadhyaya. If I am doing swadhyaya every day, but I am not following my yamas, satya, ahimsa, astaya, parigra, brahmacharya, I am not following that, then I am the most sinful person in the world. From the point of view of Paramatma, from your perspective, I may not be. I may be a pious person, I may be a pure person, but if I am not following yam and I am just following the niyam, then I will commit crimes. Rishi Munis does not accept these people as tapasvis. If you are following yam and not following niyam, then also it's okay, better than the vice versa, right? When you follow satya, ahimsa, aparigraha, brahmacharya, and you are not doing swadhyaya, you are not able to do tapasya, etc., then also it's okay. But both go hand in hand. Without doing swadhyaya and tapasya, you will not get inspiration to follow yam. So both goes hand in hand. But most important is yam. Yam is in English translation, yamas means don'ts, and niyam is do's. Don'ts and do's. We must follow both. It's very, very important. So in today's Swadhyaya, there is one beautiful mantra, very small mantra. See, the mantra is Rigveda 1/18/7. Or we can say 1/5/7. I mean, in my previous video, I wrongly mentioned 1/5/7 is Mandal 1 Anuvak 5. There are various types of putting numbers to Veda mantras. 1/18/7. Mandal 1 Sukta 18 and Mantra 7. This is one way of telling. The other way of telling is Mandal 1 Anuvak 5 Mantra 7. 1/5/7. So in the previous video, I mentioned the video number as 1 and the mantra number as I think 7/5/2 or something like that. Then somebody corrected, no, it is not 7/5/2, it is 7 by so and so. He corrected. Then I said, yeah, you are right. So this mantra is Mandal 1 Sukta number 18, mantra number 7. See, the mantra is Yasmad Rite Na Siddhyati Yajnyo. This is a Agamarshana mantra as per me. Of course, it's not in Brahma Yajna. But when I read this mantra, Yasmad Rite Na Siddhyati Yajnyo. Yajna means creation of this universe. This universe is called as Yajna. Creation of this universe is Yajna in the Vedas. The entire creation process is called as Yajna in the Vedas. यस्माद ऋते न सिद्ध्यति यज्ञ. With यस्मात, जिसके, ऋते means बिना, जिसके बिना, यस्माद ऋते, without that power, न सिद्ध्यति यज्ञोह. This universe is not, without that Paramatma, without the power of that Paramatma, this creation is impossible. So this is Agamarshana mantra. When we surrender, when we see Paramatma as the creator of this universe, you are actually assuming, or you are actually meaning that you are nothing in front of Paramatma. Today, what is the problem? Today, a person who is rich like Ranveer, he earns, some years back I was seeing one of his videos, he says that I earn 4.5 million per month. That time, long back, in YouTube income. 4.5 million is 45 lakhs. 45 lakhs per month income is like 5 crores at that point of time. Today he might be earning in hundreds of crores, I don't know. I'm just telling, when you get so much of money, you think as if you are Paramatma. You think it. But Paramatma says, Yasmad rite na siddhyati yajno. I am the creator. You are nothing in front of me. You are Jivatma. Of course, I have created for you only. I have created and given everything for you only. But why are you claiming yourself to be creator? Why are you claiming yourself to be the Malik? That's why Paramatma is always told in the Vedas, follow my dharma. When you follow dharma, either you are so poor or so rich, you will always be humble. A person like Sri Ram, who is richest of the richest, Raja Rishi, so humble person. So Sri Ram was a Chakravarti Raja. Chakravarti Raja means who is like Trump, or we can say Putin. Not Trump. Putin is only Russia and USA. But Chakravarti Raja is the Raja of the entire world. So how rich he will be, but still they follow Agamarshana. They surrender to Paramatma. Idan nama mera nahi hai. Yasmadrite na siddhyati yajnoha. Because of, without you this universe is not possible, Paramatma. I am nothing in front of you. This is what we must remember every day. And the mantra says, Vipashchitaschana sa dhinam yogam invati. See, the mantra is very, very short mantra. Just, this is I think in, it's not Gayatri Chanda. Yasmad rite na siddhyati yajno vipashchitaschana sa dhinam yogam invati. What is the meaning? Maharishi says that without this Paramatma, na siddhyati yajno, this sansar cannot be created without this Paramatma, because sansar is jad tattva. Jad cannot make its own creation. Somebody has to create. A sand cannot convert itself into rock, into a brick. Brick cannot convert itself into a house. So somebody has to do this activity. Yasmad rite na siddhyati yajnoho. Without that Paramatma, yajna siddh nahi hota. Not even the yajna of the creation. Even the yajna what we are doing, without Paramatma siddh nahi hota. Even the Agnihotra what we are doing, if Paramatma is not present, if in your bhavana Paramatma is not present, the havan is not accepted as Agnihotra and havan by Paramatma. When we do havan for formality, yasmad rite na siddhyati yajnoho. Please understand this fundamental concept. This video is not fully related to that Ranveer and all. This video is related to our work towards becoming pure. Our work towards not committing any sins like that person. Not even, not that, I'm not comparing that everybody will be doing that sins, but I'm just telling that every one of us, we must try to become most purest. My Acharya always says, the moment a yogi becomes so pure that Paramatma recognizes that the yogi cannot do any further sins, immediately he will become Samadhist. Immediately at that second. So when my Acharya attained the Samadhi, Acharya became the purest human being, purest yogi. So when the yogi becomes so pure, that मन से, वचन से, आत्मा से, वाणी से कभी भी हिंसा नहीं कर सकते, can never do any himsa, can never tell any lies, will be a paripurna brahmacharya based on the ashram, of course. So then at that point of time Paramatma will reveal himself in samadhi. That is called as samadhi. So yasmadrite na siddhyati yajnoha. Doing the havan and agnihotra and yajna, going to acharya and doing yajna, will Paramatma be pleased on you? No, because your mind is not in Paramatma. Similarly, this universe, cannot be formed without Paramatma. When we remember this on a daily basis in the morning, then we will submit ourselves to Paramatma. And throughout the day, remember that Yasmad Ritena Siddhyati Yajnoho. Paramatma is creator. Who am I? I am nothing. I have 2 crore in cash. I have 20 crore in cash. What is 20 crore going to do? Can I take it when I leave? Day before yesterday in the Yajna, my Acharya told the story that, a Mahapurush, after the Yajna, he crossed over one person's house and he had 7 crore property. Everybody told he is the richest person in India at that point of time. So the Rishi told that, okay, Rishi gave him a small needle and said that when I will anyway die soon, and when you die, please bring this needle to me. I want to get this needle from you after death. Then that person will say that, how can I bring this needle? Then the Rishi will say, hope you understood. यहाँ 7 करोड़ नहीं, तुम्हारे साथ नहीं चलेगा. 7 करोड़ का दान जो है, when you do proper usage of your money by doing dan to Rishi Munis, then that dan punya will go with you, not the 7 crores. So similarly, we must do agamarshana. We must try to understand the reality to Paramatma that money is important, but this money, with the money, if I am doing ego, with the money, if I am doing sins, it will put us into bondage. It will put us into terrible death trap again and again. So Yasmad Ritenas. So Maharishi writes that व्यापक, see Maharishi's words, see the words of Maharishi Dhanand. व्यापक सब में रहने वाले परमात्मा और व्याप्य जगत का नित्य संबंध है. The relation between the सर्वव्यापक परमात्मा and this non-alive world, व्यापक and व्याप्य. He is सर्वव्यापक, and where he is सर्वव्यापक? In this world. And nitya संबंध है. So whenever the universe gets created by Paramatma, he will become Sarvavyapak in this world. So wherever we go, he is there. We cannot do crimes. We cannot lock the door and do crime or sin. Paramatma knows it. He is Vyapak. So we must remember this. व्यापक सब में रहने वाले ईश्वर और व्याप्य जगत का नित्य संबंध है. नित्य संबंध है. अनादि संबंध है. When there is a universe that is existing, when there is another universe from this galaxy, Milky Way, another galaxy is there. There also some earth, sun, moon is there. There also Paramatma is Vyapak, and that Jagat is Vyapya. That we must understand. So वही सब, this is the most important statement, वही सब संसार को रचकर तथा धारण करके सबकी बुद्धि और कर्मों को अच्छी प्रकार जानकर सब प्राणियों के लिए उनके शुभ अशुभ कर्मों के अनुसार सुख दुख फल को देता है. This is the essence of this mantra. That Paramatma creates this universe and holds this universe without hands. He sustains this universe because he has such a capability to sustain the universe, to create the universe. But not only that, he understands each and every Jivatma so very well. He understands our thinking, and he understands our karmas so very well. And based on our karmas, if we do pap karma, he will give dukh. If we do subh karma, he will give sukh. And the result of pap and punya as dukh and sukh, etc., is in the hands of that Paramatma. Even though Ranveer will be punished or will not be punished by government or by judiciary system, Paramatma will not spare him. Similarly, it's not about him, it's about us. If I am doing sin, I am promoting Vedas, but I am doing Kam, Krodh, Mad, Lobh, Ahankar, Paramatma will not spare me, and he will give the highest and stringent punishment because I am myself promoting Paramatma's knowledge, but I am not following it, so Paramatma will not spare me. So if I am aware of this and still I am continuing to do sins, then I am the most papi insan actually. So this is, all of us, we must understand this. And also see, one more important point, Maharishi writes, कभी ईश्वर को छोड़ के अपने आप स्वभाव मात्र से सिद्ध होने वाला, अर्थात जिसका कोई स्वामी न हो, ऐसा संसार नहीं हो सकता. कभी परमात्मा को छोड़कर, when the Paramatma does not create this universe, Prakriti cannot transform itself into this universe. Prakriti is Jad Tattva. Swami के बिना जड़ तत्व, स्वामी means चेतन तत्व, चेतन स्वामी, स्वामी means चेतनता. when there is a like there is a remote here, AC remote here, it can never lift itself from here to here unless a Swami, I am the owner of this remote, I am able to lift it because I am the Swami. Similarly, this universe can never become possible, is never possible without the creator Paramatma, because he is the Sarva Shaktiman, he is Chetan Tattva, the universe is Jad Tattva. That's what Yasman Rite, without that Paramatma, universe creation is impossible. Because universe is Jad Tattva and the raw material of the universe is Jad Tattva, non-alive matter. So when we remember this every day morning Agamarshana is very simple. Every day morning remember that Paramatma is the creator, Paramatma is the sustainer, Paramatma is omnipresent, Paramatma is watching me. I must try to follow that dharma, and when I do adharma, immediately ask Paramatma why I am doing adharma. I am unable to, like yesterday one guy was asking, I am unable to come out of the addiction of mobile phone. So you must ask, first of all, please take strength from Paramatma and start your worship of Paramatma, and then try to restrict. When you are unable to leave an addiction, the first and foremost thing is try to devise a proper way to come out of addiction. First understand what are the problem with this addiction. Because of this mobile phone, I am losing my sleep, I am losing my concentration, I am losing my respect towards my parents, I am getting indulged in Kam, Krodh, Madh, Lobha, Ahankar. Write down all the problems due to addiction and then devise a plan. Okay, if I have to leave this, today I am using my mobile phone for 20 hours, 10 hours a day. Okay, let me devise a plan to come out to 8 hours a day in the next 1 week. Then slowly devise a plan and then try to take sankalp in front of Paramatma and follow it, and you will definitely achieve success. So कभी ईश्वर को छोड़ के अपने आप स्वभाव मात्र है. स्वभाव क्या है? व्हाट इज द स्वभाव हियर? स्वभाव इज रजगुण, तमगुण, सत्वगुण. Thus there is a स्वभाव inside the prakriti to convert into universe. There is a स्वभाव रजगुण, तमगुण, सत्वगुण, but that स्वभाव cannot by its own convert into universe. You need a Chetan Shakti, and he is the Swami, he is the Paramatma. That we must understand. ऐसा संसार नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि जड़ पदार्थों के अचेतन होने से यथा योग्य नियम के साथ उत्पन्न होने की योग्यता कभी नहीं होती. यथा योग्य, it cannot get converted into universe by its own. What we must understand from this is we must submit ourselves to this Chetan Paramatma. He is having he is ever blissful, he is ever Atma, he is the Swami of Jivatma and this Prakriti. So we must submit and surrender us to him and never try to commit any sins in our life. When we commit sins in our life, he will not spare us and not commit sins like what this guy has done. We must be afraid of the law, we must be afraid of the, lajja sharam hone chahiye. We must have little bit of shamefulness inside us. We must not commit such a crime. And we must not commit even the smallest crime, like telling lies to our parents, telling lies to wife, telling small sins cannot be committed by us. We should not do it, and for that Paramatma can help us when we completely surrender to Almighty God. That's the purpose of me making this video. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.